Sup, Kook's life. Kook's life. So Simon here. I want to talk about something so for those of you that have been following the channel for a little while, you might have noticed that I haven't actually done a board review in quite a while. And the reason that is cause I kind of lost the spark for it or the drive for it because, what I'm aware of as a surfboard reviewer, and the reason why I called it Dad Kook's initially and then Kook's Life is because I've been surfing for 12 years and, I'm a kook. I don't have an issue admitting that, but, what I've noticed is, and that's why I've called it what I've called it, but what I've noticed is there was a, video that was released on YouTube yesterday by another reviewer who basically compared PU boards and epoxy boards and completely different shapes, completely different models from two different shapers, and basically wrote off one of them, saying just doesn't work, it's too expensive, blah, blah, blah. And as a small business owner, I know the impact that something like that can actually have on a business, which when I saw it pissed me off instantly because you don't compare boards anytime. It's like trying to compare apples with oranges. Every board is different. Every shaper is different. When you're comparing PU versus epoxy, that's a completely different friggin' board. You can't put them in a comparison. So it pissed me off too because one of the reasons is that, like I said, as a reviewer, we actually have quite a big responsibility. Even though we don't have that many followers or whatever it is, you can end up getting a lot of reviews, but you can also affect someone's choice around when they're purchasing a board and who they're going to purchase from. And that, to me, I take really quite seriously, to the point where I stopped doing reviews, because there are certain boards that you will see that I have that I don't end up reviewing because I just don't click with them. And that's the thing with surfing, is it's so subjective around, if I've had boards that I've ridden for 5-10 times, absolutely hated, just could not click with, then put it on the shelf or put it on Marketplace and it didn't sell, so I just threw it back into the quiver and started surfing again, tried different fins, and the board just lit up and I was like, oh my God, I love it. Case in point, I've got a A&H vessels at the moment that I've been absolutely frothing on that I just did not click with initially. And that's the thing, as a surfer, not every board is for you. And that's one of the points, is that if I don't like a board, I'm not going to review it, because I'm aware that it just doesn't work for my style, but also it might work down the line. So when someone releases a video like that and says just doesn't work, or it's not easy to surf or whatever, and I've actually ridden that board too, and it's one of my favorite boards, and that's one of the reasons why it pissed me off too, was because I know the shaper and I know the shape and I know the board, and it's actually an insanely fun board. But also, just like I said, having that awareness of, hey, these are actually small businesses and small business owners that you're dealing with. So that can actually have quite a negative impact. Anytime that you're working with a small business, if you go around bad mouthing or even just giving bad reviews that based on, and this person is not a great surfer, they've been surfing for less time than I have from my understanding, or, but they're a kook, they can't even freaking turn. So maybe don't do reviews like that. And yes, I'm upset about it because, like I said, I think it's a really important thing. I've talked to surfboard shapers about when I've ordered a board, or there's certain shapers that have said to me, look, don't review the board, because they're worried about that impact. And it's true, and it's something to be hyper aware of. So, yeah, in saying that, I still am going to be working on doing some reviews and stuff, but I'll do them on boards that I actually do like, because like I said, every board is different. Every surfer is different. What I might hate, someone might love. What I love, someone might hate. And that's something to bear in mind always.